Good morning, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Pastor Holly and Sam here. It's good to be back and to see you all. Sam, it's good to see you out of the sock drawer.
Yeah, it was getting stuffy in there, Holly.
I can imagine it was, especially with some of the hot weather we've been having lately.
Sure was.
And it was great. We want to say a big thank you to your cousins Lanny and Courtney for filling in for us while we were gone.
Boys and girls, that's what happens when you have too much sugar.
They are quite energetic, that Lanny and Courtney, aren't they?
I can't keep up, Holly.
No, but they did a great job, and so those are quite the cousins you have there, Sam. Thank you, Lanny and Courtney. And you know what? I have a story too that I want to share with the boys and girls today.
Is it a good one?
It is a good one, and I'm not going to do it like Lanny and Courtney. I don't think I could have the page turning skills that they have and whatnot. But it is one that's really helped me kind of learn a little bit about what it might be like to have Jesus living in our lives. But before I share this story, Sam, if somebody came to visit our house, what are some rooms that they would see? And maybe what were some things that they'd find in the rooms in our house?
Well, they would find the kitchen.
Yeah, and what kind of things would you find in our kitchen?
You know, pots and pans. At our house, you won't find very much home bacon, though.
Oh dear.
Maybe you could get on that later.
We'll see what I can do. You're a pretty good cook. We've seen you with your cooking demonstration.
That's true. Sometimes I just get tired.
It's hard to hold that spatula, isn't it?
That sure is, Holly.
Oh dear. So there's the kitchen. What other rooms might people find in our house?
The living room.
The living room. And what kind of things would we do or see in the living room?
You would see Thumper, our pet rabbit.
Thumper, our rabbit? Yep.
He's in the living room.
He is in the living room.
And our fish.
Yep.
What's their names again?
We might have to call Mr. Robin for this one.
I knew you would know.
I don't spend too much time with the fish.
And our couch.
Yes, a comfy couch that
Yep.
we can curl up on, right?
And our fireplace.
Yeah. And what other rooms are in our house?
We have a bedroom.
Mm-hmm. We have a few bedrooms, don't we?
Yep, with beds and dressers and curtains.
Yep, and we have an office.
An office. It is a mess, boys and girls.
And that is not my fault, just so that you all know. And
We have a garage.
we do have a garage, yep.
Yep.
And we have a family room downstairs. That's where our TV is.
And 2 bathrooms.
2 bathrooms.
Yep.
And we have some toys downstairs for when boys and girls come to visit. And so there's all kinds of things,
Oh,
right?
don't forget the laundry room.
Oh, yep, we have the laundry room too. That's one of your favorite places to hang out, isn't it?
Sure is. Squeaky clean.
Well, everybody's house is kind of the same, but kind of different too, right? We have the same basic things, but maybe some different things in our homes. Well, the story that I want to tell you, or just share with you, tell you about, it's a story called My Heart Cries Home. And this story was written by a man who kind of took a pretend journey through somebody's house with Jesus. And so then
Ooh, it's a new addition, Holly.
it is a new edition for boys and girls. And so this story is about a boy named Peter. And
Peter Pumpkin Eater.
oh, well, that's a good one, Sam. I'm sure you've never heard that before. But it talks about how Jesus came to visit Peter's house one day. And Peter invited him to come in, and Jesus came in, he ate with them at the kitchen table, and everything that Peter did, Jesus did with him. But you know what? When Peter took Jesus to see his bedroom, there was a box sticking out under the bed. And you know what Peter did with that box?
Did it show Jesus?
He did not want Jesus to see that box.
Uh-oh.
So he shoved the box farther in under the bed.
Did he still bubble gum and put it in the box?
I don't know, we'll have to find out.
Okay.
But I don't think it was something good in that box, do you?
No, if he was hiding it.
Exactly, right? If it was good, he wouldn't want to hide it. But he did show Jesus his Legos and his other toys and things like that.
Soccer ball, I see it.
Yep. And then one day, Peter took Jesus. Later they were looking around the house and his sister was watching TV. And Jesus...
Watching lamb chops?
I don't think they were watching lamb chops. Jesus didn't even want to come in and sit down.
Oh.
Because some of the things they were watching on TV were maybe not the best things to be watching.
Should have been watching lamb chops.
That would be a good thing, or...
That's a good show.
Yeah, it is a good show, and there's nothing in it that would make Jesus unhappy or sad, would it?
No.
And Peter took Jesus to show him his soccer games, and he took Jesus to show him school, and at nighttime, Jesus even slept in Peter's room. But the next night, Jesus said, I can't sleep in your room tonight because there was a really bad smell coming from your room. And later, Jesus was talking to Peter's mom in the kitchen, and Peter went into the room, into his bedroom, and he found that box under the bed, and he took it and he put it in the closet and hid it as far away in the closet as he could, because he really did not want Jesus to see what was in that box.
But Jesus knew, probably.
Jesus did. And so, you know what? Jesus said, Peter, if I'm going to come and stay in your house with you, I need you to give me what's in that box. And Peter said, nuh-uh, no way. Well, Peter didn't sleep very well that night and things weren't going very well.
He knew he did something wrong.
He knew that it was wrong, right? But Jesus didn't force Peter to give him the box. He just waited. And the next day they were talking. And Peter went to his closet and he pulled out the box. Maybe it looked something like this. And he opened it up and he showed Jesus what was in the box. And in the box was, what do we have here?
A dinky truck.
A car, a race car that Peter had stolen from a friend a few weeks before. He knew it was wrong. So you were kind of right with the bubble gum on the right idea.
Actually, that car belongs to Benjamin Black.
Oh.
Actually.
So, yes, we have been holding this. We did not steal this.
We didn't steal it. He left it in our garden.
Ben came to our house and he left this in our garden and we're holding on to it safely until we get it again. So, Ben,
thanks for the prop.
you need to come back and get your car, but thanks for being here for me to use today. And maybe you could bring Tommy and Vienna with you too. And then, do you know what else was in the box?
A crumpled piece of paper.
There was a crumpled piece of paper, and he gave it to Jesus, and Jesus opened it up. And do you know what it said? It said, I hate you, Jake.
That is terrible.
Not very nice at all, is it?
No.
No. And you know what? Jesus, he didn't get mad at Peter. He just said, you know what? We're going to return the car to your friend that you took it from. And I think you need to forgive Jake for the things that he's done that have you so mad. And Peter said, you're right, and I'm sorry. And he's like, I'd really like for you to stay here with me forever. And Jesus said, I would love to stay with you forever. And you know what? That's kind of what it's like when we invite Jesus into our lives. He wants to be part of everything that we do. And he doesn't force his way in. And you know what? We all have attitudes and actions, maybe habits, that certain things we say, Jesus, you can take that. I'm not going to do that anymore. But there's maybe other things that we hold on to. And we say, nope, I don't want to share. I just want to keep things to myself. Or another attitude or habit. And Jesus isn't going to force us to give those things to him, but he wants us to give them to him. And not because he wants to be mean or to
Sounds like he wants us to be a sanctuary.
He just wants us to be a sanctuary.
Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true.
Very nice. And he does want us to be pure and holy, you're right. But not to be mean or not to be unfun, but because he knows what's best for us. He made us and he loves us. And he knows that when we're not sharing or things like that, do we have the same kind of fun playing with people? When we're upset because we're not sharing or they're upset because we're not sharing? That's not a fun way to play, is it?
No way, Ollie.
And all kinds of different things. Jesus knows his way is the best way. And so he wants us to give every part of our lives to him and to help us to become more like him when we do that. Well, it's a good story, isn't it?
Good story and a good song.
Absolutely. Well, boys and girls, it's good to see you, and I hope you have a good day. See you later.
Bye, guys.